And we're back!
Alright.
This is round 5.
22 minutes.
Round 5 is happening right now. This is the last round of our singles 6v6 tournament.
Alright.
We have 2 3-1 players on the line, so possible top cut implications are on the line here.
Yeah.
We have
top 8.
There are 22 people in general, so this is gonna be a top 8. Top 8 will happen next meeting. We're not gonna keep you here to the wee hours. Anyway, on stream right now we have Pat versus Nici. We saw Pat in the very first round against Emily.
We'll say this: Patrick's 3-1, but he's ranked. He's the lowest 3-1 at this point, so a loss for him may not put him in top cut.
Anyway, if you remember, we saw Pat's Charizard doing a lot of damage against Emily. You don't remember that? You were off doing errands. But anyway, here's Nikki's team. Let's take a look at Nikki's team. There's a Snorlax,
a Dragonite, a Charizard, which we now know is X. Well, actually, no, wait. This is Nikki's team. Oh, it could be a Y.
Oh, boy.
Which would be a really interesting Y versus X.
I know.
Maybe we'll see it. Maybe we won't.
There you go. Hawlucha, Nidoking,
and Nidoking.
We saw Hawlucha in last battle doing quite a bit of damage to that Jellicent. Do you think Nici adopted the same kind of playstyle as Royal with that Hawlucha?
No, I think the Hawlucha set is something that is Hawlucha's the way Hawlucha's usually used in this Gen 6 metagame.
Well,
so
let's see if Nici uses that.
I would expect that a similar setup. I mean, it could be different. Usually, you try to take advantage of the unburden ability.
Our battle is underway. Nicci's starting to challenge. Nici near side.
Patrick leads with a Tyranitar. Nici leads with
Lil
Charizard. Now,
its name Lil Bub.
His name is Lil Bub. Now, we assume the Charizard's a makeup. We might not.
We don't know. Doesn't have to.
Doesn't have to.
Certainly does not have to.
What if it's Sunny Day Chartyberry?
Anyway, speaking of Chartyberry, we see a Tyranitar which, has rock moves.
Right, stab rock moves.
It could have Ancient Power. It could have Rock Slide. It could have Stone Edge.
It could have Stone Miss.
Anyway, here's
Charizard Y. So we may get to see that matchup after all.
So Sun's coming out. Here comes the Sun.
However, the Tyranitar.
There you go. So we're seeing a Solar Beam. We're seeing a Solar Beam fully powered in one turn thanks to the Sun. And here comes Solar Beam against Tyranitar.
It's going to do a nice chunk, but is it going to kill it?
It depends on the EV spread. Tyranitar hangs on, goes for the Stealth Rock.
So the Charizard is going to lead to see another day.
It's certainly not going to get Stone Edge right now. You got to think though. Now, do you think Pat's going to sack this Tyranitar, or do you think he's going to switch out and try and save it for later?
Well, I mean, that weather control could come in handy later.
It very well might. So Pat does retreat Tyranitar, saving it later for a sunny day.
Oh, yes. We're going to get to see the matchup after all.
Charizard versus Charizard. Who's going to be faster? Both base speed 100. Same exact stats.
Right, but the switch could be completely different.
Well, right, because...
This is the matchup that I've been waiting for all night.
Have you?
Charizard X versus Charizard Y.
This is exciting. Aren't you excited? I'm X
sorry.
versus Y.
I
think this is what the game developers had in mind when they started making Vegas.
And it doesn't look like Nici switched out, so we're going to see it. We are going to see Charizard X
coming to you live.
Charizard Y. I can't wait.
Oh!
Whoa! Ball has Rock Slide!
What? Charizard Y used Rock Slide against Charizard X.
Charizard.
Whoa!
Charizard X for the switch.
Folks, I don't know what's going on here.
We cannot underestimate Charizard Y. Its attack stat's also pretty good too. And we just assume it's a special attacker.
Everything from Glare Superior to Snarl or Canine to Rock Slide Charizard Y.
We
got it here for you. That's doing a ton of that Charizard X, and it flinches!
The Charizard Y is winning the battle!
Charizard Y Rock Slides the Charizard X, and it flinches. Goes for another Rock Slide, it's gonna hit, and Charizard X does not hang on. Charizard Y proves superior. Wow.
Now, I'm not sure the crit mattered, but that flinch did. Did it?
Charizard X gets critted with the Rock Slide from Lil Bub, and I don't know, that was an extreme sense of customality, I think. Made that word up. What do you think of that? Customality.
I'm just happy that I got to see two Charizards with different Megastones play each other. Now, I do think the X was hacked out a bit, but we still got to see a very interesting move from Charizard Y.
I've never ever seen Rock Slide on Charizard
But
Y.
is it a bad idea?
Obviously not. It won them on that match.
Think about it. Rock Attack is really useful on Charizard Y. Think about what slows down Charizard Y. Heat Trends, Vocal Ronas.
You're right.
Even
Talonflames.
Talonflames are an issue. So, having Rock Slide gives it a lot more coverage.
I think Pat was caught off guard by that too. That Rock Slide from that Charizard Y. Anyway, Pat comes back in with Hydreigon. Hydreigon being a Dark Dragon type.
Little Bub's gonna retreat.
Maybe saving the sun for later in the battle. With Tartar Sauce.
Tartar Sauce.
Tartar Sauce, the Nidoking. And Dark Pulse comes out of this Hydreigon and does quite a bit.
Quite a bit. I wonder, is that...
I don't know if it's Bex. I don't know if it counts on that.
I'm not sure. Nidoking's not the bulkiest Pokemon.
No, but also it's a... I don't think... if both Pokemon are max speed, I don't think Nidoking outspeeds this thing. It does not.
So it,
yeah.
There you go.
Sad to see Nidoking die such a short death, but that's going to be it for Tartar Sauce.
I really do like Nidoking. It's a very fun Pokemon. So is Hydreigon.
Oh, both of them. But especially with such fun nicknames are on walls. Tartar Sauce.
Oh, Tartar Sauce.
Anyway, Hydreigon looking very fierce.
That KO, the match is now even 5-5. Though Stealth Rocks are up.
And here comes back. Oh, you're right. Stealth Rocks are there. Little Bub comes out, takes a lot of damage from Stealth Rocks, brings the sun back out with them.
So, Little Bub does have a higher base stat, base speed stat. So I do expect it to hit first, or perhaps it will roost. We're not sure.
Even if it does hit first, though, what's it going to do to Hydreigon? We don't know. Dragon Pulse, it could do anything. If Flamethrower is a Hydreigon, it's not very effective, but it is in Sun.
But in the Sun, it did.
It still doesn't really...
that's probably not going to kill the Charizard either.
So Hydreigon is not...
Oh, it did die. Well, maybe... I'm used to my Charizard Y being a little bulky, but, that's just...
Like an Arcanine?
Not like an Arcanine, but...
Well, anyway, this solves your question of whether or not Hydreigon is choice. It's certainly not choice.
Dark Pulse and Dragon Pulse Pokemon before.
I saw that. Yeah. 2 stab moves. Anyway, Nici comes out with Snorlax. Snorlax being very, very bulky. At least from my knowledge. My knowledge has been proven today to not be very up to date.
Hydreigon is trying to put back into the driver's seat. I don't think he was expecting that Rock Slide, so Nici had the advantage, but the Hydreigon swinging things back in his direction.
Now it's swinging out of the battle.
Let's see what Snorlax does here.
Let's bring it back into Tyranitar.
Gets rid of that sun, though.
Sun's gone, sand's up.
Now, there's no signs that Charizard was ever in the game.
Snorlax goes for a frustration.
Oh, clearly he didn't want to rack up that happiness.
I guess Nici's Snorlax must hate him, giving him the berries that he doesn't like.
Right, but that frustration took out the Snorlax.
Pokemon's all about loving your Pokemon and believing in them. I can't imagine turning your Pokemon to hate you. Anyway, here comes Breloom. Breloom is a fighting type against the Snorlax being a normal type, very bulky, scratching himself.
I would have to say that Breloom has a matchup advantage, though Snorlax is quite bulky and it does have moves that can still hurt Breloom quite a lot.
We don't know how much Snorlax hates Nici. It could really hit him a lot, and frustration could do a ton.
Yeah, or maybe frustration's not even what he needs to do right now.
Power Punch for Breloom.
Interesting move.
That does a lot. Technician Power Punch.
Technician Power.
Wow, that's something. Life Orb too.
With an orb.
Here comes a Fire Punch.
Like I said, the Snorlax could also throw something back at him.
And it throws it, and it goes.
Wow.
Does Breloom survive the Sandstorm? It does. Breloom lives at 2 HP, and Snorlax lives a little bit.
This is a really interesting battle. They're having a lot of really close matchups.
You see, if Breloom stays in here, it dies from sand, and if it...
Right, it looks like they might take each other out.
And, I'm sure there's a lot of prediction going on now.
This kind of battle I like to see in the anime.
Charizard versus Charizard, I'm sure you would.
Yeah, but even here, the Breloom and the Snorlax are pitting at each other, and they're both going to drop at the same time.
Well, let's just switch it out. Snorlax can get health back with rest or whatever, and Breloom goes to the safe rock tomb, takes out Snorlax.
They both go out,
and both of them are done. This battle has been very
exciting and action-packed,
exciting and even so far. So both players losing 3 Pokemon now, waiting for the split, the free, both of the free split in. We have Sand up as the weather. Charizard Y is gone on Nicky's side, so we won't see any sun coming back.
The Charizard X is also gone, so we're not going to see any Dragon Dances or Will-O-Wisps either.
So he has a Ninetales.
Does he?
I don't know. No, he doesn't. We saw his teeth. Anyway, back to with Magnezone.
Ooh, I haven't seen Magnezone in a while. I actually have not seen Magnezone in X and Y, like, actual game. Sure, I'm sure, but...
Now, we saw Lilligant from Mike O before.
Right, I wonder if it's a similar set.
We got very unfortunate with missing Sleep Powder twice.
Now, Magnezone, a lot of them do carry Hidden Power Fire or Ice. So, that could hurt the Lilligant, but...
Right, but Lilligant could also just
put it to sleep.
Put it to sleep and Quiver Dance and then not taking much damage.
It does go for the Sleep Powder.
Sleep Powder hits.
And I doubt the Magnezone has a Chesto Berry.
Or a Lumberry.
Yeah, no, not that either.
Nope, no berries on the Magnezone to keep it from going and falling asleep. So Lilligant's free to set up. Will it do that?
But even if it does set up, what's it going to do? Does it have a hidden power? Is it some move that I don't know will get past?
Well, Magnezone resists Bug Buzz, it resists
Giga
Drain, Leaf Storm,
Petal Dance.
I mean, outside of HP Fire, I'm not sure what else Lilligant can have, but I saw a Rock Slide from Charizard Y, so anything's possible.
You didn't know it got Rock Slide.
What Charizard Y uses Rock Slide?
Nicki's Charizard.
Okay.
He's so, like, surprised.
I was surprised. Anyway.
I think it's a great idea. Anyways, he goes through Dragonite.
Lilligant does his job, puts the Magnezone to sleep.
Now, depending on how many turns this Magnezone sleeps, this could give the Dragonite a chance to set up. Assuming it is a Dragonite.
Do you think, how many turns do you think Nicky's gonna risk put the sleep lasting?
I don't know.
We also see Stealth Rocks coming in. Whoa,
That's a flamethrower. He got a special Dragonite in the house.
or at least a mixed one.
Yeah.
Magnezone's asleep again, so you gotta think sure you stay in. Flamethrower is gonna be enough to end it. We see leftovers of Magnezone. We don't see any leftovers or Life Orb damage or recovery coming out of Dragonite. Dragonite goes for a Flamethrower, and that'll be all for Magnezone.
It's an interesting set we're seeing from Nikki.
I mean, this Dragonite looks like it's not going to be very dancing.
Nope.
But also, I think Hydreigon outspeeds
Hydreigon
Dragonite.
has probably been Pat's strongest Pokemon in this game so far, and it clearly has an advantage against Dragonite.
Clearly.
With its higher base speed.
Whoa, no it's not.
What?
That's... Okay, alright. I mean, if you ask me to commentate a battle, some things have to happen in certain ways. This is not happening at all how I would thought.
I guess you're a little upset that things aren't... I didn't expect it either.
It's base 98 for space 80! Come on! How is that thing EV?
I guess like
Gets outsped by base 80 thing.
Hydreigon doesn't have any speed investment, which is...
Is it... Yeah, but it's not a Trick Room thing, it's just... Okay. We got an amalgamation of teams, some different Pokemon from different teams here. Brian goes for a Flamethrower. It's also faster than this Excadrill. Excadrill takes good amount of damage from that Flamethrower. It'll be able to KO. Let's see if Dragonite can hang on here. Dragonite does not go down. Weakness policy on the Dragonites. New item in Gen 6. Both attack and special attack are doubled once it's hit by super effective move.
Unless Excadrill has some sort of priority attack.
It doesn't, and that's it. Good game won by Nici. Lots of original sets, lots of original moves. Not many normal things you see coming out of this guy.
Interesting battle.
Anyway, that was great. I mean, I don't remember seeing anything else like that happen with certain moves coming from certain Pokemon. This is one of the advantages we have in a club like ours. Not everybody is on Showdown and Smallville 24/7, so we don't see.
They are, and they still run interesting sets anyway.
We see a lot of individual sets, a lot of things. I'm on Showdown a lot. I like to think so. I see a lot of things here at this club that I don't usually see, and it catches players off guard. So anyway, that concludes round 5.
I'm gonna go run the tournament.
I'm done. And that concludes our broadcasting for the evening. Join us next week for the top cut of top 8. If you're interested in knowing what the top 8 will be, we'll post it on our Facebook page. We also post it on our website, pagepokemon.com. Thanks for watching. Come join us this Friday night at Gamers Arena, downtown Calder Avenue in State College. A doubles tournament there. It's it'll be a pick your partner doubles type tournament. On Saturday, 106 Buki, 10 a.m. VGC tournament. Championship points are on the line. We are the Penn State Pokemon Society. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.